Hello, everyone. Get your favorite drink and come on a journey with me. Welcome to Aunt Becky and the Brain, where we're going to go on an adventure to learn how to protect our energy bubble. Today, we're going to be learning about boundaries. Now, I do have some notes over here, so I may turn and look at these because I know for a lot of us, we may be reverting into ourselves, into our shells because we've had a rough time. May feel like your brain is just going in all different directions and it's broken apart. So, how we retake this is we learn how to set boundaries. So, first, let's talk about the past. In 2020, we learned all about the 6 feet bubble of space that surrounds you. That's your personal energy bubble. And you protect that by setting rules for what can enter your personal space. Now, we also have an intimate bubble that's about 3 feet. So get your chicken wings out. Yeah, that's your intimate space. And no one is ever in there without your permission. That's when your amygdala comes out. We'll talk about her later. What I want to do today is I want you to understand more about your boundaries. Boundaries are your personal rules for yourself. This means you are in charge of making them. I personally recommend getting a pen and your favorite notebook or get a journal so that you can start to define your boundaries. Now, my best advice in order to define your boundaries are you answer these next 6 questions that I'm about to ask you. So, first, what is your definition of safe? Number 2, what is an acceptable comfort level for you in your daily relationships? 3, what are you going to do when someone crosses your boundary? 4, how do you manage your own behavior to reflect your values and your boundaries? 5, how do you manage your well-being? And number 6, what is your process for letting go of something that you cannot control? Now, once you've asked yourself these questions and you've written down your thoughts, and I just want you to know there's no right answer or wrong answer because this is about you. You're unique and you matter. At this point, after you're done reflecting on that, decide in what part of your life do you need to improve your boundary. We all have different kinds of relationships. We have family relationships, we have friend relationships, we have work relationships, we have relationships with our healthcare provider, our grocery clerks, really anyone that comes into your 6 feet bubble may affect you. You got to learn what is your boundary, where do you cut it off. When you're setting your boundaries, I want you to think about your physical space around you. I want you to think about your emotional state. How are you going to protect your emotions? I want you to think about time. You know, we have 24 hours a day. Where are you spending your time? I want you to think about your material and your finances and your financial aspects of life. Almost didn't get to say that right. Are you going to lend people money, or are you going to lend them your stuff? What's the rules around that? And I want you to, most of all, remember to respect yourself. You're allowed to have your own thoughts, you're allowed to have your own feelings, and you're allowed to set your own boundaries. I also want you to remember that you cannot control other people, and everybody is the same with their boundaries. If your boundaries are not aligning, then you need to sit down and list the pros and the cons of whatever that relationship may be. And it may be that in order to protect your peace and your emotion in your physical space, that you remove yourself from the situation and move forward. Now, I hope that you have enjoyed this boundary kind of get started journey. If you feel like you really need more help, I want to encourage you to go to the healthcare providers that are available in your area. They're going to help hone in on exactly where you need to focus on if you're having trouble getting started. Now, I want to share my personal testimony. Uh, Journaling is great for me, but sometimes at the beginning of the process, I found it really hard to get started. But in my journey, I found these two great writing prompts. These are available on your favorite third party retailer. The author did a fantastic job. Not a sponsor, just a great set to help you ask questions to get your mind thinking about all of the different pieces and parts of your life and where you can make improvements or what you need to let go of. And this is a great game. It has 3 different levels of questions, and they did a great job of crafting them so that you could dig deeper. This is also available on third party retailers. Not a sponsor, just my personal helper. So I'm going to leave you with these 6 questions that you may can write down to get started in your journal. As you go about your day, what can throw you off balance? On an average week, what time do you get off work? And how does that make you feel? What have you done to treat yourself in the past month? Now, that's all come from the Balanced Writing Prompts deck. Uh, we're going to get level 3 deep first. Are you holding onto something that you need to let go of? And we're going to finish up with a couple of wild cards. What is something only you know that makes you happy inside? And our last wild card, I want you to call someone and tell you that you love them. Thanks again. If you're still here, please subscribe, like the video, let me know what you think in the comments. And remember, you are worthy. You're kind, you are smart, and you are loved. Y'all have a good day.